What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to address Social Security, and specifically I want to address this massive increase that everybody keeps on talking about. And I've talked about it on this channel. We've mentioned it multiple times. We've gone over the pros and cons and what could be and what might be and everything in between. And that is the tax elimination bills. Again, there's two of them. So I've been getting dozens and dozens of comments and questions and emails from you guys, and first off, I greatly appreciate that. But the common question is, first off, how many people does it even affect? And second one is, how likely is this going to pass? And I want to address those two questions because those two questions are the ones that you guys ask the most. Okay, so first off, everyone's talking about this massive increase to Social Security and what this could potentially do to you, to your benefits. And if we see a tax elimination bill go through, get passed, and be signed by President Biden, this would ensure that millions of Social Security beneficiaries are not going to have to pay a single penny in Social Security benefits taxes. That is huge because right now you pay 6.2% of your salary and your employer pays 6.2% of your salary, which equals 12.4%. They pay that into Social Security. That's what goes into the Social Security trust, and that's what goes to pay beneficiaries. So over the course of your working life, that's what has happened. All right? So you pay taxes once, then you go and collect benefits, and if you collect too much, over $25,000 if you're single and over $32,000 if you're married, well, then you got to pay taxes, which obviously sucks. So let's address those two questions. First, how many people does this actually impact? And you'd actually be surprised. And then the second question is, how likely is this even to pass? Well, first, let's talk about the second question. How likely is a tax elimination bill for Social Security benefits? How likely is this to even pass? First, what you need to understand is, depending on who you ask, most of them don't realize that there's two competing bills. And yes, they're two competing bills. They're not the same bill. Okay, one's a Republican bill, one's a Democratic bill. The reason why I bring that up is because that is the issue. It's not just one bill. It's not a bipartisan bill. Yes, there's bipartisan discussions on raising Social Security benefits, ensuring that Social Security doesn't become insolvent in 2034. As far as I know, and I do a lot of research, there's no bill, no bipartisan discussions on eliminating the Social Security tax, okay, on your benefits. Now, both of these bills solve one big issue, and they eliminate the taxes on your benefits, okay? But both of them have another major issue, and that is that many lawmakers are not going to overcome these issues simply because one of them is we're pretty much going into a deficit, right? They're using the Treasury to increase your benefits, or essentially we're not receiving as much in revenue because the money isn't coming in. They're not taxing that income, so they don't get as much as revenue. So they're using the Treasury to offset that shortfall. The next one is, they're taxing the higher income earners, which President Biden says anybody over $400,000 is a high income earner. But according to multiple reports, the majority of lawmakers believe it's $250,000 or more. So it's a big difference, $150,000. Okay. Third thing that you need to understand. Both bills are going to increase your benefits. You're not going to be taxed on those benefits. So essentially, at the course of the year, if you're not paying back anything in income tax, well, you get to keep it. So your benefits kind of increase. And ultimately, that's the goal, is to make sure you have as much money as possible. But the problem is, if the Social Security Administration is good with this, and this is what Congress says, okay, we can do it, problem is it actually increases the insolvency date for the Social Security Trust. That's the issue. Now, one bill increases benefits, obviously, and it uses the Treasury to do so. I don't know if Congress can get over that, especially Republicans. And Again, that's a Republican bill. Okay? The other bill, again, taxes higher income earners, but I don't think we get bipartisan support there. And we need bipartisan support because we have a Republican majority in the House, we got a Democratic majority in the Senate, and a Democratic president. We need bipartisan support, and I don't think it's coming. Now, something else that you need to understand, though, is lawmakers are looking at, they're trying to figure out the whole issue instead of going into these small little problems and solving those problems first and then putting all those problems together and making it a big bill. That is part of the issue, is that lawmakers are trying to solve the entire situation all in one bill, and it's probably not going to happen. Okay? But they want to attempt it, and it's going to slow things down. So just expect, even though we're hoping to get answers soon, chances are it's going to be a little while. It might not happen in 2023. Okay? So those are the two bills. The next thing, okay, let's address the first question. How many people does this actually affect? Well, according to the Social Security Administration, roughly 46% of beneficiaries pay taxes on their benefits. That was according to them just this year. So that means 46% of beneficiaries in 2022 had to pay taxes on their benefits. That means, okay, we have 40-some thousand or 40-some million people that collect Social Security benefits. That means almost half of them, okay? Over 20 million people that are collecting Social Security benefits over the age of 60, 65. They are having to pay back into the system. Okay? Granted, there are a handful of these people that do make a very good income. They're making money from Social Security, they're making money from investments and real estate, and they have all this other stuff coming in. And they're probably doing just fine. This is why some lawmakers say that we need to have means testing. And if you make so much money from a pension and from real estate and from your investments because you were smart when you were younger, lawmakers are saying, well, if you don't need Social Security benefits, then why don't we just keep them and we'll give them to the people that actually need them? And a lot of people are saying, well, that doesn't make sense, because why would somebody pay into a system and then once they get there, they're doing very well, and so now it's like, sorry, you just make too much money, you don't qualify for this benefit. So that's kind of where we're at now. The Social Security Administration also is estimating that by 2040, beneficiaries will owe an average of 12.9% of their benefits in income tax. So when we think about this, okay, and I'll just run the numbers really quick, but let's say the average person's getting $1,800 per month, okay? $1,800 times 12 months, they're getting $21,600, right? So they're not even at that threshold of having to pay taxes. But let's say you make $2,500, all right, times 12 months, making $30,000. Now, if they're saying the average person is going to pay 12.9% of their benefits as income tax, well, I'm not going to go through the whole calculation, everything. That would make this video way too long. But let's just say you're going to get taxed on that $30,000. Okay, if you're taxed at 12.9%, you're paying almost $4,000, $3,800 in taxes. Right? You divide that by 12. That's $322 per month that you have to pay back in taxes. So instead of $2,500, you're actually getting $322. You're actually getting $2,178 instead of $2,500. Big difference. So that's why everyone's talking about this massive increase, because it actually is an increase. When you look at it, it is an increase to your benefits. So just want to throw that out there. Again, if you guys have questions on Social Security benefits, please let me know. If you have questions on what is it looking like as far as our benefits in the future, again, let me know. Okay, I'll try to do the research. I'm only 35. I don't get Social Security benefits, so I'm going off of all the research that I'm doing. I'm not calling the Social Security Administration and bothering them. I'm not doing that. I don't get benefits myself. So again, I'm doing all the research for you. If you have any questions, you want me to look something up, please comment down in the comment section below and I will do that for you. So again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one.